Now, Australians have taken to buying electric vehicles in huge numbers, and now they've become more affordable than ever. Those who've switched say they've never looked back. But how much do you actually save?
Wait, so charging your car overnight from 0 to 100 costs you $4.50?
Yeah.
Can I have your keys? I just need to move your car. My car doesn't have keys. What do you mean? I just get in and drive.
There's no buttons or anything.
Yeah, there's literally no buttons in this car.
If you're an electric vehicle ignoramus like myself, meet Ryan Cohen.
It's kind of like when you made that switch from a Nokia to an iPhone.
He's a Tesla-driving TikToker who's using the social platform to translate this whole new EV world for the rest of us.
You will find a lot of councils and small businesses are now starting to roll out these type of charging stations.
I get no kickback from Tesla. Be nice if I did.
The Victorian dad has even managed to convert his mother-in-law, Kay Bethune.
It's just totally a mindset that, you know, we're not interested in electric cars. We have to have a petrol car.
Once you drove it?
Incredible, amazing. I love the quickness of it.
We're saving about $4,500 in petrol every year, which is phenomenal. And the servicing and maintenance is basically nothing.
The service centre had the car for 1 hour, they did a tyre rotation, they changed the cabin air filters, and it came to $140.
According to motoring expert James Ward, Tesla is now up against a surge of new, more affordable EVs.
We're seeing a lot of options that are now approaching regular petrol car price points.
The fully electric MG4 hatch is making headlines for being cheaper than a Toyota Corolla. The MG4 Excite 51 currently priced at $32,990, and the BYD Dolphin is $36,890 plus on-road costs.
The bulk of the cars we're selling are, I would say, $40,000 to $45,000.
Mark Harland is Chief Operating Officer for EV Direct, who distributes BYD hybrid and electric cars nationally.
And I'd tap the mirror and the car would unlock. In this particular car, you'd have over 400 kilometers of range. 3 ways to control the technology in the vehicle. You can do it on the screen, you can do physical buttons.
Or the BYD Dolphin has voice command.
Drive me to work.
We're not there yet. A lot of people now are in the show me phase. I think they're nervous about what is an EV, how's it going to drive, how do I charge it?
So if you pulled into a Tesla supercharger and you were on 0% and you wanted to get to like 80 or 100, you would probably need to allow 30 to 40 minutes, something like that. So you're probably doing that once a fortnight for most people.
And then what if you live in a place that's nowhere near a charging station?
Yeah, exactly.
If you have off-street parking and a charger of your own at home like this one, owning an EV is more feasible.
And if this had no battery, how long would this take to charge?
Ooh, on a charger like this, probably like 12 to 15 hours.
Is it going to be worth it if you can't charge it at home?
Good question. In my opinion, yes. You're going to still save money on petrol.
And Ryan insists it's a better driving experience.
You'll notice the one pedal driving, so you're not having to use the brake. And this is like a full screen representation of what's happening around you. You can see the stop sign.
So is that essentially AI?
Yeah.
The transition is inevitable. Norway is leading the way, reportedly with the biggest uptake in the world. But check out their streets, charging stations everywhere. In Australia, not so much.
If you're in a high-density building or you don't have off-street parking, the public charging infrastructure is really, really limited.
It is the range anxiety is probably the #1 thing that puts people off.
But the Commonwealth Bank's General Manager of Personal Lending, Joel Larson, says customers are showing a lot of interest.
We've seen a very big increase in the amount of customers buying both electric and hybrid vehicles, and that now represents just over a quarter of all the loans we're writing for new cars.
Banks are now incentivising customers. For example, if you buy a new Hyundai Kona electric SUV for $54,000, the Commonwealth Bank offers a fixed discounted interest rate of 6.19%, compared to paying anywhere between 6.49% and 10.49% for a petrol vehicle, depending on your credit risk. Let's say your interest rate was 8.49% for a petrol car. Weekly repayments would be $260, compared to $246.44 per week for the electric Hyundai.
Government grants, cheaper finance, and of course lower cost of fuel, it starts to make more economic sense.
You don't pay any fringe benefit tax if you buy EV or a plug-in EV. So that's why your $35,000 Dolphin would be the equivalent of a $20,000 petrol, because the petrol car you'd have to pay the tax.
My advice to everyone is to just try and drive one and see what you think.
Just ask Ryan's mother-in-law, Kay.
I would never go back now. I actually would never go back.